Okay, so I don't normally do this, but I put a ton of time and effort into this video, and I think that you guys are really gonna like it. So if you could just drop a like on this video, that would mean the world to me. Now let's get into this video. What's going on, Smitties and people of the world? It is Patrick here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys an idea video for DLC 4. And what this idea is an all map transit mode theory. Now this probably isn't going to make it into the game. I don't see much chances that they'd even have the skills to put this in, because the PS3 and Xbox 360 hardware just wouldn't be able to handle it. But this is an idea, and this is a fun idea that I would love to see, and I know a lot of you guys would too. So what I thought I'd do is I just organized this whole video going over an all map transit mode. So every single map in one map, you go from map to map doing things. It would be awesome. So let's get into this. All right, so the idea basically goes like this. You start off on Tranzit, and it is like Transit, and you have every single map in the game, apart from the small ones like 5, Nuketown Zombies, maybe Farm Town, Bus Depot, but it has all the major maps. And basically, you start off in Tranzit, and every map you can just have to continue on. You have to do some sort of goal. You have to achieve something that makes you go to the next map. So Tranzit is pretty basic. So maybe on the walls it says you must descend from darkness. So maybe that's what you have to do. You just have to open the door, ascend from darkness, and maybe there's like a little teleporter spot, or there's a button that you press that says, teleport to the next map. And from there, it would take you to Verrückt. Now from Verrückt, it's kind of the same thing. Like the big thing on that map is you got to turn on the power. So maybe on that map, all you have to do is make it to the power, and then it will teleport you to Shinonuma, and just things like this. So it'll take you Shinonuma, then take you to Doris, and then so on through every single map in chronological order, all the way up to Buried, and then whatever the next map will be. Now, let's say you don't want to have to go through every single map just to get to one spot. Maybe you just want to get your Thunder Gun right away and just blast the zombies' heads off. Maybe you want to get your Hell's Retriever or whatever, right? Well, you could introduce shortcuts to every map. So instead of just going through the typical, easy sort of standard way to get to a next map, just like opening a door and teleporting or something like that, you make sort of Easter egg-ish things that will teleport you to a map that, maybe save you some time basically, but make them kind of secret, don't make them so obvious, so people have to figure them out. So with every map having a shortcut, you'd have to start on Notch-Tautenhagen. Now the shortcut for Notch-Tautenhagen would take you to Moon. Now why? If you look outside Notch-Tautenhagen, there is this huge, glowing moon that you can see. How would you get there? Well, in transit mode, there is a piece to the jet gun in Notch-Tautenhagen. And let's just say, for argument's sake, that there is, maybe 3 pieces, and somehow you have to find a buildable table or do something, get a certain amount of kills or something like that, or just stay there for a certain round, and then it will get you to, the moon. You just take it off and you blow a hole through the wall, and the jet gun just shoots you up to the moon. Something cool like that, right? So that would be your shortcut for Notch-Tautenhagen. You can either go to Verrückt or you can go to the moon. Now with Verrückt, where would you go, right? Where would you go? If you look in the middle of Verrückt, there is this huge fountain, okay? Big fountain. And where would this fountain take you if maybe you broke it? It would take you back to Buried, and this would be interchangeable. You could hop in one, go to the other, back and forth. So that would be awesome, right? You hop in, break it, and you pop out right by the church. That would be great. Now for Shinonuma, this one was kind of hard to relate, but I think the best bet would be Shinonuma and Shangri-La are very similar. So maybe you have to, fall into sink through water or something on Shinonuma, and it'll take you up through the quicksand on Shangri-La. Something weird like that. It's hard to relate that one, but I think that would have to be the best idea. Now, Doris. This one is very, very unique because there's 3 teleporters on that map, and you could make them custom teleporters. So instead of, it just taking you back to where the Pack-a-Punch machine is on Doris, it will take you to wherever you want. You program this one, I want this to take me to Transit. Program the next one, I want this one to take me back to Notch-Tautenhagen. And maybe the last one, I want this one to take me to 5 because there's no other way to get there. Something unique like that. And then, obviously the other way would be take you to Kino. And from Kino, I don't know how to tie this one in. I really don't know where Kino would take you. So I just said that it would take you to the new map coming out for DLC 4, like the other map that would be, totally brand new. That's my best bet for that. I don't really know how that one ties in with anything else. So moving on, we have Ascension. Now, how does Ascension get you to another map? Well, there's all these rocket landers, and you take it and it flies you up into the air. Well, maybe it doesn't just take you to another space on the map. How about it travels you up to Die Rise? You have to take the rocket up, you get to Die Rise a little bit quicker. That would be really, really cool. From here, we have Call of the Dead. And, instead of going right to Shangri-La, maybe make it there's some little storyline that you have to complete or something with the characters. And if you beat that storyline, it's like, would you like to go to the next storyline, which is Mob of the Dead? Just kind of a cool little unique thing like that. Also, Shangri-La. We have Shangri-La, right? That takes you back to Shinonuma. Now, Moon would be pretty cool because I got a great idea for this one. So, you're on the moon. How are you going to get back to Earth? Well, there's two ways. You can either take the rocket that launches off around Nuketown zombies, right? That takes, you hop on the rocket. Let's say you have PhD Flopper, and you jump off, and it takes you down back into Earth, right? That would be really, really cool, and it takes you to Nuketown zombies, which is like the only way to get there. It's really unique. Or you hop on a meteorite and it takes you back to Shinonuma. If you haven't played that map, basically there is this huge meteorite of element 115. It takes you down there, you land, and you're ready to go. That would be freaking awesome. From here, we have Transit. Now, the best thing that makes sense would be Transit takes you back to Toten. And instead of, maybe like when you go to the moon, you break a hole in the wall, like I said, and then that somehow, opens it up. So now you can get in Transit, no problem. And maybe before you couldn't get into it or something. But Transit takes you back to Toten. Now we have Die Rise. Now, Die Rise is kind of weird. I don't know how this one would connect either, but I got a great idea. So the normal way to get to Mob of the Dead is to go from Die Rise, right? You go and you're the normal, human living version of you. Let's say on Die Rise, if you jump off the map, you die, right? You die, you come back as a ghost. You are now on Mob of the Dead, but in purgatory mode. How cool would that be? Let's say there's no way, like the power is off at Mob of the Dead on Alcatraz. The only way that you can kill yourself is if you jump off Die Rise and you go to Mob of the Dead in purgatory mode. And then maybe once you turn everything on, like let's say you have unlimited purgatory, right? And then you can turn everything on and then you can go back to Mob of the Dead, just like, I don't know, somehow flip a switch or jump back or something like that. And now everything is on in Mob of the Dead. That would be amazing. Now back to Buried, obviously this one would take you right back to Verrucht, through the whole fountain thing. And we don't know what the fourth DLC map is. But that is how every map would connect with shortcuts. And that just gets me so excited. All the maps really do have a lot of connections. You just got to think about it. So that would be amazing. Now, the other thing that I've put a lot of thought into is what would be on every map, because, you're not just going to be going through these maps for the sake of going through them. You're going to be trying to acquire, items and perks and things like that. Now, every map, would have the general things, like it would have drops and, it'd have a mystery box and stuff like that. But it would have its unique things such as wonder weapons and perks. So every map would have one exclusive perk, except for a couple things. And, every map would have some sort of weapon that's unique to its map, some sort of maybe device. Basically, the general guideline is that these items, whatever they are, be either perk or gun, is on the map that it was originally released on. So starting off, we have Toten. Now, Toten, we have the ray gun. Now, the other thing that we're going to throw in here is Quick Revive, because perks, original four perks came out on Verrucht, but we're going to make every one of those four maps have one of those perks from that map, just to make things, a little bit more unique. So Toten, again, will have ray gun and Quick Revive. Verrucht is going to have Jug. And I also thought I'd throw the PPSH in there because I know all those World at War fans, we all love the PPSH. Best gun ever. Just have to throw it in there because it's just such a fun gun to use. It's not a wonder weapon or anything special, but it was put in Verrucht. It was not originally in Toten, and it is a beast gun to use. Now, Shinonuma is going to have the Wonder Waff and Double Tap, and then Derice will have Pack-a-Punch, be unique to Pack-a-Punch. It will also have Speed Cola, and it will also have Monkeys. Now, Kino der Toten, I just thought, this would be kind of cool. Just throw all original four perks in there, just for the sake of doing it. By the way, nice fail, Patrick. And then the Thunder Gun, because the Thunder Gun was released on that map. From Ascension, we're going to have PhD Flopper, which I know everyone loves. We're going to have free perks. The idea, you kill the monkeys and you can get free perks from them. We're going to have the Gersh device, and we will also have the dolls, the exploding dolls, whatever those are called. I can never pronounce the word. Call of the Dead is going to have the VR11 and Scavenger. Now, it will also have Stamina, just like I said before, just to make things, so every single map has its own perk. Shangri-La is going to have the baby gun. I do not remember what that is. It's just a bunch of numbers and crap, so you know what gun I'm talking about, the gun that makes the zombies small. And Mule Kick, which again, it was actually released on Moon, but we're just doing this for sake of making things cool. And Moon will have the wave gun, the QED, which is that device, I can't even remember what it does, and the Deadshot Daiquiri. Transit will have the jet gun, which now you can actually use. It's not just to get yourself to the moon. And Tombstone. Dire Eyes will have the Sliquifier and Who's Who. Mob of the Dead will have Electric Cherry, Hell's Retriever/Redeemer, Golden Spork, and Blundergat. And Buried will have Vulturade, Paralyzer, and the Time Bomb. Now, I don't know what map gets the Ray Gun Mark II. Maybe we could throw that in Buried as well. But that's what every map would have. So that's basically the whole idea. And, you're just trying to get to a high round as possible. And there's so much stuff you can get. Now, maybe there's buildables that you can pick up, like a backpack that makes you hold more guns. And let's make it so that you can drink whatever perk you want. You can have as many as you want. And maybe you get to a certain point. Maybe you get through like the World at War maps and it like freezes. It takes like a freeze of you, so you go down, you automatically get back up with everything you have, or just something like that. But all this stuff just in one map would be amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Hope you found it entertaining. Like I said, they're probably not going to do this, but it was just a cool idea. I had a lot of fun making this video. If you enjoyed it, please drop me a like, because I did put a lot of effort into this, just thinking up neat ideas and things like that. So have a wonderful day. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, please check me out. Subscribe if you want, and have a wonderful day, which I just said. Bye.